Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're running a little bit late tonight. It's now 6:06. Adam, will you take roll call?
Thank you, Chair. Bartolo Square North, Nate Castillo. Bartolo Square South, Justin Richards. Blackstock North, Nancy Rand. Blackstock South, Christopher Bissonette.
Here.
Bryce Canyon North, John Hike. Cabrillo, Rainey Steffen. Cal Giesler, Elizabeth Garcia. Carriage Square, Len Schulman. Channel Islands, Dave Copper. College Estates, John Beck. Diamond Bar, Dennis Ralph. East Village, Ronald Vallejo. El Rio West, Dan Ryberg. 5 Points, Pat Brown. Fremont North, Dave Ebbett. Fremont South, Kim Winch. Hobson Park East, Jack Villa.
Here.
Hobson Park West, Cecilia Ravello. Hollowed by the Sea, Michelle Carrillo. Kamala Park, Bill Winter. La Colonia, Ramon Lopez. Lemonwood, Joe Avalar. Marina West, Pat Haydett. Orchard Park, Diana Velzy.
Here.
Oxnard Dunes, Lisa Hewitt. Oxnard Shores, Walt Hagedum. Pleasant Valley Estates, Rosanna Biggerstaff. Redwood, Carlos Quiroz. Rio Lindo, Tim Gingras. River Park, Paul Shendeblin. Rose Park, Alfonso Arroyo. Sea Air, Edward Castillo. Seaview Estates, Isaac Califf. Sierra Linda, Sergio Garcia. South Bank, Debbie Aravello. South Wind, Sofia Vega.
Here.
Tierra Vista, Christina Thomas. Via Marina, Doug Tauber. Wagon Wheel, Amanda Muir. West Village, Michael Gleason. Hey, there he is. Wilson, Angela Whitecomb. And Windsor North, Andres Sanchez. Chair, we have a quorum.
We have a quorum?
Yes, we do.
Thank you. Okay, let's go move on to item B, Pledge of Allegiance. As everybody stand and place your hand above your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, let's move on to item C, approval of minutes. Please review Wednesday, November 4th, 2023 minutes, and if there's any corrections, please so state. And if you want to approve it, please make a motion.
I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, do we have a second? Seconded by who? I didn't see who seconded it. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so all in favor to approve minutes as written, please say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay, minutes are approved. Okay, public comments, 15 minutes, 3 minutes max per person. At this time, a person may address the INCO on matters within the subject matter jurisdiction of the INCO. The INCO cannot enter into detailed discussion or take any action on any items presented during public comments at this time. Such items may only be referred to the Executive Secretary for administrative action or scheduled on a subsequent agenda for discussion. Public comments on items on the agenda will be considered at the time of consideration of the agenda item. Do we have anybody that wants to make a public comment? No? No one?
I have no one online, Chair.
Okay, thank you. All right, so with that, let's move on to item E, new business, subject, INCO Executive Board, that the 2023 INCO Executive Board receives certificates of appreciation and that the 2024 INCO Executive Board is sworn in to office by Mayor John Zaragoza. With that, I'd like to have Mayor Zaragoza up here. Yeah, sure. Sure. You are right there. In the front.
In the front right here.
Test, test.
Okay, then, so anyway, who's, the executive board is going to take the oath?
Yeah, we're gonna take the oath, and then I guess there's outgoing, well, we're gonna say goodbye to the old.
For the folks that are going to take the oath, then we have to stand up and put your right hand up. Who?
Chair, do you want to do the oath first or the certificate appreciation?
The certificate of appreciation first,
Oh, okay,
because they're going out and they're coming in.
okay. So, anyway, I just first of all want to thank the INCO, for your work, your service, your contribution, leadership to the INCO, which I think is extremely important. I was just talking to one of the individuals out there that, to me, it's really important to thank volunteers for all the work that they do. I know you guys don't get paid, but you do it from your heart, which I think is really important. So at this time, what I'd like to do is give a special thanks to the chair, Diane Valsey. Do we have a certificate for Diane? Put your hands together for Diane. And should I read one of those, and then we go for the? Yes, come down. In fact, I think all of them should come down, yeah. Okay. So Diane, this is a certificate of commendation presented to Diane Valsey, 2023 Executive Board Chair, whereas the City Council of the City of Oxnard wishes to express their appreciation to Diane Valsey for the contribution and leadership as the 2023 Executive Board Chair. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Oxnard presents a certificate of commendation to Diane Valsey and extends the best wishes for the continued success in your future endeavors. And this is signed by the Mayor of the City of Oxnard on this particular day, which is December the 6th, 2023. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We can take it. Okay, our next person that we have is First Vice Chair Jack Villa. Okay. And by the way, I just had a pleasure working with Jack for many, many, many years, and I know that he's been inviting me to go out to different neighborhoods that had to be revitalized or rejuvenated, if you want to call it again, but he's been very instrumental. So, Jack, certificate of commendation presented to Jack Villa, 2023 Executive Board, First Vice Chair. For the City Council of the City of Oxnard wishes to express their appreciation to Jack Villa for his contribution and leadership as the 2023 Executive Board First Vice Chair. Now, therefore, City Council of the City of Oxnard presents a certificate of commendation to Jack Villa and extends the best wishes for continued success in the future endeavors, and this is signed by the Mayor of the City of Oxnard on this particular day. Jack, thank you again. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jack. And the next person is Second Vice Chair is Amanda Murray. Amanda? Not here? Because we have the same particular one for the. And the third Vice Chair is Christopher. Christopher. Okay, let me. What? How do you pronounce it? Presented. Christopher. It's a certificate of commendation presented to Christopher Bessenet, 2023 Executive Board, third Vice Chair, where City Council of the City of Oxnard wishes to express appreciation to Christopher for his contributions and leadership as the 2023 Executive Board, third Vice President. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Oxnard presents a certificate of congratulations and commendations to Christopher and extends the best wishes in future endeavors. And thank you so much for your good work. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. And the next person is the fourth Vice Chair, Sophia Vega. Is that you, Sophia? I'm just kidding. I've known Sophia for a long time, so Sophia, move over here, hon. Certificate of commendation presented to Sophia Vega, 2023 Executive Board, fourth Vice Chair. Whereas the City Council of the City of Oxnard wishes to express their appreciation to Sophia Vega for the contribution and leadership to a 2023 Executive Board, fourth Vice Chair. Now therefore, the City Council, of the City of Oxnard presents a certificate of commendation to Sofia Vega and extend the best wishes and continued success in future endeavors. And this is signed by your mayor of the City of Oxnard. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. And let me see. I didn't realize that we had a first and second and so forth. Maybe I should have that for the city council. Mayor Pro Tem number 1, Mayor Pro Tem number 2, and so forth. But again, I want to thank you, for all your hard work, and I think it's really important that we do that, and thank you for volunteering like many, many other volunteers that we have in the city of Oxnard. So, Mr. Adam Smith, do we have the oath of office?
So we need Lisa Hewitt and Dave Ebbett and Diana Velzy to come down to the well.
Come on down. So you want to do this again, huh? Come on down. We're going to get all together. So you're going to raise your right hand, and when I say state your name, you state your name. State your names. Do solemnly swear and affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of California, that I uphold the principles and purposes and bylaws of the INCO, that I uphold the principles, purposes, and bylaws of the INCO, and I take this obligation freely, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and I will be well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so now we have to sign the certificates. Now we're going to make it official. Okay. Okay. This is
Associate every chair.
which is this?
That's me.
They're signing the deeds to their homes the way they don't realize that. Oh, let me sign.
What's your name?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is mine. Yeah, keep one. He has my name on it. Okay, thank you.
Oh, this is pretty formal. That's great. It is. One more. Okay.
Chair is first, second, third, and fourth.
And then I'll come up with
I was tempted to do it again this year, but my wife said we would have to do it.
Oh, she's gonna kick you out.
The beginning.
And I said, no, after 62 years,
Okay, so the new executive board will start in January and have their first meeting on, of course, I don't remember the date, the first Wednesday of the month, next month. And their first executive board meeting on the following Wednesday. Anyways, congratulations to the new executive board. And thank you to all the old executive board. They worked really hard this year. Okay, let's move on. Right, like last month, if the new executive board wants to come to the executive board next week meeting, just so you can see how it works, please come. And it's held at the same exact time, except for in the chambers in the back. Okay, let's move on to subject 2. Neighborhood Council Chair Michael Gleason. That the West Village Neighborhood Council Chair Michael Gleason receives a certificate of appreciation from Mayor Zaragoza for his contributions to the INCO. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So, Mr. Michael Gleason, how are you? I have a certificate that I'd like to present to you. This is a special presentation for this young man who's done a lot of work for the INCO. So I personally want to thank you, Michael, for being the West Village Chair for many, many years. And my understanding is that you've been a long-time chair for that particular neighborhood. And you've been also a INCO Executive Board Chair and member for numerous years. And my understanding that you have actually taken the opportunity to work the YouTube, the TV channel broadcast, and you actually sit in the back and run the cameras. Put your hand together. Can you imagine doing that? My understanding is that because Diego couldn't make it or does not make it, that you had the opportunity to come in and actually learn how to use the equipment. You had prior experience using equipment, television equipment, so he opens the door for you, you run, and then he comes back and helps you out. But I think that's really, really commendable that you do that for the INCO, so we can have it on YouTube and also on the local TV channel. So I really want to thank you for that, and on behalf of all the residents of Oxnard and our city council. And also I want to personally thank you, Michael, for the contributions you made to the INCO, so I have a certificate that I'd like to present to you at this time. Let me get a certificate. And let me read that. Certificate of Appreciation presented to Michael Gleason. Whereas the City Council, City of Oxnard wishes to express our appreciation to Michael Gleason for his service, contribution, and leadership in the Inner Neighborhood Council organization, and extend the best wishes for success in the future endeavors. And this is signed by the Mayor of the City of Oxnard and the 6th day of December 2023. Michael, we really, really appreciate your work. It takes special people to do what you do, and thank you so much for serving the community. And I'd like to present this to you at this time. And we'll take a photo. Thank you again, Michael, and appreciate it. Back to work. Madam Chair, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. But before I leave, I want to share something else, and I hope you don't mind. I just like to thank Adam Smith right here, Adam Smith from the City Manager's Office, for all his work, the leadership that he's done in helping the INCO, and I think that he has done a really, really good job for the City Manager's Office and for the INCO. And of course, I have Martha Gyan, my assistant, here with me. However, really put your hands together for Adam Smith for all the good work that he's done. Put your hands together for him. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to also add, I want to thank Adam as well for all, he's put up with a lot this year, and he's done a lot for us this year. And Michael, a lot of people don't realize what he has done for us. When there was a time when the cameras were shut off from not only INCO but the commissions, Michael stepped in and he kept us live. He kept us going because he's been back there for several years now. several, and a lot of people don't even think about it because he's back there, and, you know, so once in a while you have to remind him to come forward if he has something to say, because he's out there busy doing his camera stuff. Anyways, but I do appreciate what Michael has done for us. He's kept us going. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, subject 3, Gold Coast Transit District. Recommendation that the INCO general membership receive a presentation from representatives from Gold Coast Transit District on the Go Now pilot program. And I forgot your name, I apologize.
I'm Robert Lucio, the Mobility Management Coordinator at Gold Coast Transit, and I brought along with me Margaret Shoup, our Paratransit and Special Projects Manager. Do I just stand here and do
Yes,
this?
right.
Or I don't know how to use the clicker, that's the only thing. Is this the clicker?
That is the clicker.
I do not see my
Is the
slide.
presentation ready for him, Adam?
Oh,
Okay.
I don't see it, that's why. Okay, great. Good
There it
seeing
is.
you all today. Haven't seen you, yeah. Hi, Sophia and Chris. Adam.
It's up on the thing now.
Okay, great. I'll try to do my best. So again, my name is Robert Lucio. I'm the Mobility Management Coordinator at Gold Coast Transit District. I just want to go over a little bit of our flexible services. Do I push this button, Adam? Not sure. Are you doing the slides or?
There it goes.
Okay, thank you. We're the largest transit agency in Ventura County, and we service the Western Ventura County. Just a little brief breakdown of our services. We bring the bus stop to you. So we have our fixed route. Go Access is ADA, a complimentary service, and senior transportation. Go Access Zones. Zones is transportation for those with temporary disability. Late Night Safe Ride is late night transportation. It's open to all, and that's from 7 p.m. to midnight. Oh. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Go Now. And the Go Hop service is transportation to the Juvenile Justice Center. So just a little bit about the Go Now. It's a pilot in South Oxnard. It's app-based. When you request the ride when you're ready, our goal is to pick up the passenger within 30 minutes from the ride. We do have bike racks, and the vehicles are accessible. So if you have a mobility device, you're able to ride with that as well. You're able to track the ride in the app, and you can travel anywhere within the zone, and the designated stops outside the zone. So it doesn't show all of them, but there's a little bit more inside the app that I can't show on this one. And the fare is only $2. You can make connections to the Transit Center, Centerpoint Mall, Oxnard College, restaurants, downtown Oxnard, supermarkets, the college, the library. And I just want to give like a show of hands. How many of you use transit? We really
Sometimes.
Oh, sometimes, okay. So those that didn't raise their hand, we really want to hear from you, because we're going to be working on our short-range transit plan, and this kind of helps us plan for the future for the next 5 to 10 years. And I did bring the flyers, so I'll be able to distribute them afterwards. So hoping to hear from you on that. We really value your feedback, and this kind of helps us plan in the future. And this is the end of my presentation. So if you have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to you.
Okay. Is there anybody who has a question? If so, please go up to the mic over here.
I'm Rainey with the Cabrillo neighborhood. I'm wondering about the app. Is that like an Uber, Lyft type of a thing? Do they pay within the app? How do they pay?
Yeah, they could pay within the app. It's it's built in. It's built into it, so they'll just pay when they're doing the ride within the app.
So it's
And-
cashless.
Yeah, it's cashless, or they could pay $2 fare when they board the bus.
Okay. And do we just get it on any app Google or?
It's called the
Apple?
Transloc app.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, all the information is on the website too, so it kind of breaks it down. So fixed route, and there's trip planning as well.
Within your trip planning, does it give you a schedule so I know how long it's going to generally take me to get from point A to point B?
Yes, it does.
I haven't used it in a long time, so
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions? Do we have any questions online? I don't see anybody up there.
We do not, Chair.
Okay. All right, with that, well, thank you very much.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, All right. Neighborhood chair reports. Item F, neighborhood chairs may individually report on items of interest or concern to their neighborhoods. The INCO cannot enter into detailed discussion or take action on any item presented during these reports. All right, if anybody has a chair report, please go up to the mic over there and state your name and your neighborhood.
My name is Angela Whitecomb, and I'm the chair of the Wilson neighborhood. It's that time of year, so this Saturday is opening day for Christmas Tree Lane. Christmas Tree Lane is on F and G Street between 5th and Palm, or on F, and then on G, it's from 5th to the convent. So it's pretty exciting. We're also doing a sip, taste, and tour on the 16th. So it's a fundraiser for Heritage Square. It's their field trip program. And if you're interested in tickets, they're available through Eventbrite. And if you have questions, just come see me. Or if you're out there, you could shoot an email to angelawhitecomb@gmail.com, or you can go on Facebook, and I posted on Citizens for a Better Oxnard. So if you have questions, I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela.
Good evening, Ronald Orejo, East Village neighborhood. Last month, we had an election meeting. I was re-elected as chair, so yay, and thank you. And actually, for the first time since it got activated in 2016 or reactivated, we have a full 7-member council board. So I'd just like to say their names briefly. Benny Ari Riley, Sandy Henke, Lois Huff, Nina McKay, and Christy Anderson, who's actually an elected member of the Rio School Board. So we're really excited to have a full board, looking forward to the next year. And we actually have the mayor at our January meeting, so looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Len Schulman, chairman of the Carriage Square neighborhood, and I'm kind of disappointed to see so few of our chairs here tonight, being an important meeting. However, anyhow, we don't have a meeting coming up until February 1st, so I'll give the details on that in January. But right now, I would like to wish everybody a happy Hanukkah, a Merry Christmas, and a very happy New Year.
Thank you.
John Hank, Bryce Canyon North. We had a neighborhood trash collection on Saturday, November 4th, with a total yield of 15.95 tons. Wow. That's almost 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day old? Wait a minute, okay, never mind. And then some of us in District 6 had a meeting with the city manager. A few people here noticed that. So was discussed there was some of the concerns of the neighborhood chairs. And then the city manager talked about his efforts to get funding for Oxnard College through philanthropic organizations. And that money will go directly to Oxnard College. It wouldn't be funneled. It'd be for Oxnard College, absolutely, for training for residents to get into jobs in the community that's needed in the by business in the community. And he also talked briefly about Orland Beach, and of course the plant is going to be operating until 26, and then we're going to spend money on public access, and I suppose still do the wildlife sanctuary. And then Bryce Canyon North, we have a meeting coming up on January 17th. And actually, you can't see it here, but we have a QR code on our thing here, our flyer, so we can do fewer flyers. So if you're in Bryce Canyon North, Bryce Canyon South, see where's, okay, you people right there. You can do this and we won't have to do the flyer thing.
How does it work?
You scan it with the camera and it goes to a website. You put in your information, like, name, address, what you had for breakfast, not what you had for breakfast, but, your contact information, and then we'll process that and send stuff out to you.
So you have it going directly to your email kind of thing?
Right, we're working on putting together a website,
Okay,
so it's in the process.
all right.
I have to lower this, sorry. Deborah Arballo, I'm the South Bank Chair, and first of all, I would like to thank the former board and the new board and for all your help and participation and helping our community, so thank you for that. Our report is that we had a meeting on October 12th, and at that time, we had Supervisor Long there as well as Gabe Turan, and we discussed some issues with our area, and it was quite informative, and it was a great show. We're improving every month, so that's a positive. We first started out with, I think, 10 or 12 at one point, and then it moved up to 20, 25, and we're up to about 35 neighbors. And I think one of the big things that I can say about that is it's due to our board because we're taking a very active role. So I'd like to go ahead and say their names because they've been actively participating. Vice Chair Ellis Carter, Treasurer Alicia Martin, who's also on the El Rio School Board, Elementary School Board, Secretary Olivia Garcia, Member at Large Chris Sarvallo, Member at Large Ruth Oriaza, and we have a Lindsay, who is also a Member at Large interim, I guess, because we lost Jacqueline Saldana. And we all participated in a walk through neighborhood cleanup, and Gabe Turan was there as well as some other neighbors, and it was a great turnout. We picked up a lot of trash. A lot of it, unfortunately, when we made the left-hand turn on Ventura Road, was from River Park. A lot of their mail, a lot of stuff from over there. So the beat officer actually came out to assist with us and assist us with what we should do with all that stuff that we had there. The South Bank also participated in the OPD, the Oxnard Public Police Department trunk or treat. We had 2 vintage cars, and for the community, we went out and gave out candy. It was a wonderful event. And then we also participated in the Rio del Norte Elementary School trunk or treat, and it was also considered their Hispanic and Filipino Heritage Month. And currently, we're going to be going into Christmas time, so we're going to be doing the OPD pop-up, where we're going to be there to represent our South Bank Council, but we're going to give out candy canes and Santa stockings, and we are decorating in the candy cane theme with gingerbreads and stand-ups for the people to take pictures. I'm very proud to say that we are active now, and it's up and rolling, our South Bank Facebook. So we're excited about that. We're getting members all the time, so that's positive as an outreach. And we'll be having our next meeting on January, I can't read my own writing, January 11th. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Deborah. Congratulations, by the way, on the new chair.
Oh, I'm back again. Rainey with Cabrillo. Last month, so in November, we had our election, and I came back as chair. Karen Turek, who has been devoted to treasurer for years. We are very thankful for that. We have Clara Ocha as our secretary. Cliff Troy and Deborah Spanhorn are members at large. So we did get that done. Next week, let's see, in our last meeting in November as well, we had a final vote on Quimby funds. So we will be doing the presentation, hopefully next week. We'll be doing our formal presentation for that. And so hopefully we can keep you guys posted on what that process is like. And if any of you guys have feedback, please let me know. And then next week we are having we're doing a combination with our neighborhood watch as well as neighborhood council. We're doing a combination meeting, potluck at the school, Emily Riken School. And that is it bumped to Thursday at 6 o'clock. So if you guys want tamales, come on over. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? How about online?
Yes, we have Roger Poirier followed by Diane Delaney.
Okay, all right. Roger, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Roger Poirier, the new chair of Hobson Park East. We had an election on November 4th, and Jack Villa, after 10 years as chair, decided to hang it up. So I want to thank Jack for all of his good work. And I want to congratulate the outgoing executive board and also the incoming executive board, and also Michael Gleason. Your work has been really appreciated over the years. The playground in Community Center Park East is under construction and should be ready by mid-January. And we hope to have some kind of a ribbon cutting. Did the mayor leave the meeting already? Well, I'll have to ask him if he'll come. And we hope to get a mural painted on the new park restroom, which was delivered with blank walls in primer gray so that we could put a public art mural on the exterior of that restroom. We found that city buildings that have murals on them tend to not get as much vandalism. We have a fairly sizable homeless encampment that has been put up behind the old park restroom, and our local police patrol folks have been very responsive to my request to have the encampment dealt with, and they tell me that it should all be cleared up by tomorrow. Finally, I'm just starting the process of organizing a District 4 meeting for February 29th for all the neighborhood councils in District 4. And I've asked Councilmember McDonald if he'll be able to come and be a featured speaker. The fire department has requested that several neighborhoods in District 4 meet with them so that they can explain various things that are important to their operations. So that's why we decided to go ahead and organize a District 4 meeting. We'll also be able to use that District 4 meeting to take care of any neighborhoods that haven't had an election meeting in a while. So that's going to be at the Performing Arts Center on Thursday, February 20th. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, Roger. Diana Delaney.
Good evening. I'm the Vice Chair, Diane Delaney of Oxnard Shores Neighborhood Council. Walt, our chair, is unable to make the meeting tonight. I just wanted to report we had a nice meeting on November 15th, and our city manager, Alex, and some of his legal staff came and attended. The meeting was pretty much dedicated to the issue, the topic of short-term rental enforcement, and we had about 50 or 60 people between meeting in person at the Hollywood Beach Mobile Home Park, which they were very generous, allowing us to use their clubhouse. And we also had people on Zoom. And we learned a lot from the city. They've assigned someone to be dedicated to the problems of short-term rentals or the enforcement. And at one point during the summer, apparently there was about 100 short-term rentals operating illegally, and they've gotten that number reduced down to, according to the city, between 8 and 10. Fines have been issued, and the city will seek court injunction for those operators ignoring warnings and fines. So we received information on how to succinctly or diligently report problems with short-term rentals, and we've sent out an email blast to our residents so that they will know also. And we will probably be having our an executive board meeting in December to decide on what the next big and best issues are for general meetings for the coming year. So thank you and congratulations to the new board and for everybody participating on the old board.
Thank you, Diane. Okay, Chris?
Chris Bissonette, Blackstock South. We had a meeting last November 9th. I was reelected. Actually, everybody was reelected for the same positions where they had. The biggest thing was the beat cop talking about the issues in hand, which for the most part was really well. We talked about the elections with speed humps and the Gold Coast Transit. So thank you very much there for coming out for that brief. On the speed bumps, on San Juan, we received 95% signatures for speed humps that'll go in there. So it was like phenomenal. And we should have yuccas done by the end of this week to talk with the Public Works next week to start putting it into process. Currently, we're at 85% for yucca. The biggest concern now is with those speed humps in place, are they gonna go over and start transferring their driving to San Juan, not San Juan, La Cañada and San Simeon, which will create another issue. So we'll just keep an eye on that as it goes through. But we're looking at least 6 months to a year before it actually gets in place. This weekend, just for Blackstock South, Santa and Mrs. Claus is going to be available on San Simeon and handing out toys and candy for the kids and everything else. And let's see here. One of the things that I figured I'd do for the neighborhood after delivering flyers for the speed humps and having to go back and knock on doors and knock on doors and knock on doors, biggest thing is trying to track what number the building was. Some of, I would say a good half a dozen, if not a dozen, did not even have numbers available on the mailbox, on the curb or anything else. So over the next 3 or 4 months, I'm gonna actually go through and paint numbers on each one of the sidewalks. So just kind of a Christmas present to everybody down there. That's all I have.
Okay, Sophia?
Sophia Vega, Southwinds Neighborhood Council. I want to thank the board. I've been working with them this year. I had Lupita, Marta, Yolanda, Jeanette, Flavio, and many others, along with Carolina Gallardo Magaña, who has been a strong supporter of the neighborhood, and along have been working to provide a lot of services for the community there in Southwinds. In our November meeting, we were able to have a Dia de los Muertos event co-hosted by the port. It was a very well-attended meeting and event. And so we're looking forward to being able to have those collaborations and having those organizations and groups of people who would like to provide services and time for the neighborhood to be there. Our meeting is scheduled for tomorrow for our last meeting of the year. It will be tomorrow, 6 o'clock at Haycox, and we will be having our elections. We will also have our council member for District 6, Arthur Valenzuela, and we look forward to having a very well-attended meeting too. And just to throw something out there, if any of you would like some masa, the port will be doing their annual masa giveaway, which is tentative right now for December 23rd. It's a Saturday, and it will be at Southwinds Park along with their usual food distribution giveaway. So that's coming up, and we hope to be able to have a new council board as of tomorrow, and so that they continue the work that we've been doing in that neighborhood and to continue to get some services provided to that huge community that lives there in Southwinds. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. Do you have anything? No, okay. Okay. Michael, before I go on, did you have anything for your neighborhood? Thank you. Orchard Park, we've got our missing doggy garbage bag stand that has been missing for over a year now. It's now been replaced. We're currently working on we resubmitted a request for a bench for for the bus route off of Gonzales Road that is just outside of a medical facility. There's bus benches next to the post office, but there isn't any on the outside of the medical facility, which a lot of people apparently from the medical facility do use it. And so we're going to be keeping track of that, and hopefully we'll get approved for a bench for people who may have disabilities and stuff that would need to use the bus. We're also working on ideas right now for some landscaping that's just outside. It's at the corner of C and Citrus Street, near the post office. It's barren, it's a blank, and so we're working on that right now. Our next meeting hasn't been set yet, but it's going to be set for sometime in January. And that's, District 2, a lot of the neighborhoods are for the parade that was last weekend, is it? Our District 2 council member Turan was unable to attend, so he invited the neighborhoods to participate, to represent District 2. Orchard Park was able to attend. We had several adults and a few children, and we had a blast. We were handing out candy canes to the little kids, and it was fun. And actually, I'd like INCO to consider that next year, maybe. And that's it for our park, right? Our neighborhood. I'm sorry, not our park. Our neighborhood right now. And is there anybody else that has any comments or that they want to make about their neighborhood? If not, let's move on to item G, executive board reports. The executive board may individually report on items of interest or concern. The INCO cannot enter into a detailed discussion or take action on any item presented during these reports. Anybody?
We had two subcommittees that started up, and that was transportation and safety. We had our first meeting there this previous couple weeks ago, and it's been proposed out to the rest of the executive board to review, and that's it.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Yes, I believe last month we had a meeting with Mar Vista trying to get them activated, and they came short of the required 11 residents. It was a good meeting. Mayor Zaragoza was there, and I thank him for attending. And so I hope Mar Vista will try again. The residents that did show up, they were a very active group, and I think if they work just a little bit harder, I think they can get the 11 residents. And I hope the executive board can help them next year with whatever they need. And I'd just like to thank the executive board for all their work this year. And I've been on several executive boards and on the INCO, and this has probably been the most difficult year we've had. And I think we got through this with flying colors, and now we're moving forward. So that's the important thing. So I want to thank everybody and wish them luck in the future. And Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Jack. And with that, to add to Mar Vista, they are very interested in working. They're going to try to set up their next meeting in January. And they are an excited bunch about their neighborhood. So hopefully it's a good sign. We're also, I'm also working with Lemonwood. Of course, there's been some mishaps here. We're trying to reach a couple people from the board, from the old board, to help. I can't think of his name. No. Joe. No. Yeah. No. No, the guy who wants to get it started, because Joe Avalar cannot do it. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to be working with him. I'm going to be calling him tomorrow because. I have not been able to reach out to them, or they have. I've been able to reach out. They just have not responded. But we're still working on it, and we got and a couple other ideas for that. Community Relations Commission, I believe that's the correct name of it, that worked on the Multicultural Festival, recognized INCO for their participation in the Multicultural Festival. We had great outreach as a result of that, attending that festival. And in fact, that's how we met the Mar Vista people. So I think we need to consider in the future doing more of these outreaches. I think that's it for me. Yeah, that's it for me, other than I want to wish everybody, well, I can do that a little bit later. Anyways, with that, without any further comments, I'd like to take, I guess we can do future agenda items now and then. So does anybody have any ideas for future agenda items?
We have Roger Poirier that
Okay.
would like to speak.
Roger?
Thank you, Chair.
Yes.
I'd like us to consider holding a retreat to discuss INCO goals. We did a pretty good one back in 2015, I think, and I think it's time to have another one. So I think that it would be good for the executive board to consider when that might take place. Also, I hope we're going to start up the committees again for 2024. So please discuss putting committees on the next month's agenda.
We actually have meetings that are ongoing. I'm sorry, I'm interjecting. I apologize. Go ahead.
I'm not aware of what committees are still active. Ad hoc committees usually sunset at the end of a year. So if there's any, I'm very interested in working with the Parks Committee. So whatever's happening with committees, I'd like to be a part of it. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else for future agenda items? No? What was it?
The Carnegie.
Carnegie? Give us a little bit more info so we know where you're. Go ahead.
Just what's going on with the Carnegie Art Museum as a building, and what our residences would like to see happen with it, because right now it's just shuttered and not being maintained properly. So I'd like to get the citizens'
That's a good
feedback.
one. Thank you so much. Anybody else? No? Nobody else? Okay. So let's move on. I'd like to take a 15-minute break so we can all enjoy each other's presence, company, and delight in whatever little goodie you'd like. And does everybody have a pink or a red a coupon? Okay. If nobody if a couple don't have them, let's make sure you get them. And with that, I'm going to adjourn the meeting for about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back.
Not adjourn. You want to recess?
We're going
recess.
We're going to recess. I apologize. Yes, I want to recess for 15 minutes so we can enjoy each other's company for 15 minutes and have something to eat. Okay? Adjourn, or not adjourn, I mean recess. I can't help it, so recess.
Hey, Adam, can I put some of these?
Yeah.
I forgot to ask her. Okay.
This looks beautiful.
There might be a delay. We own the home. And so that was our rental. Just wait, I see it. Right. If you don't live on my street, take care of it, you know, okay on my street, be honest. You know, and so, like, some parts in front of my house, and I'm like, and I don't know who they are, you know, I'm like, right, right. And they go, tell me, yeah, what do you think? No, yeah, and they're like, what do you tell her? What do you tell the police? Pictures? Tell me what whatever it is, so they take so through the ring, it also ties to the ring. Wow, because of that. That was a conductor. So now they're starting with diet. I know when they have no, yeah, you have to. It's not medicine. That's why I'm like shrimp. And I eat the grapes, some transparent cookies, and some of that.
Hey, I'm gonna have to take all in.
I drive with the truck, and he has to be able to see it. I only go as a chicken. Facing north 8. It's pretty far back. You know what I'm saying? So they live on just has a little none in there.
All right, I'm on the second row.
I gotta take it out of my shirt. Doesn't have so sore. Let's decorating Harry Potter somebody downstairs.
Hey, everybody has their little red ticket, right? There you go. Oh, there you go. All right, Jack, you want to come up here and pick a ticket?
Come on, Jack.
Pick my number.
Pick your own ticket.
Yeah, I'm the only one who didn't pick a ticket, so maybe I should pick it. I didn't take a pick, so I'll do it. Probably the best. Okay, ticket ending in 356.
Oh, right after me.
Bingo.
Somebody right before me.
Here you go. It's just a little popcorn bag for when you sit and watch the movies with your family or friends.
It's low sodium.
$50. Okay.
Sorry.
We got one more. Just pick that one.
Right?
Got one.
Take a pill.
All right. Ticket.
It's so appropriate. I'm like, I cut a Cielo before the meeting, and I get a little tray of cookies, and I put them out there.
I bring donuts.
Do you? I did go. Yeah, I brought food to our last neighborhood meeting, and people weren't all that excited about it. So I'm like,
He just gets his favorites.
it's a real pain in the butt to go to the store and get all the stuff. So if they're not excited about it, just leave it.
Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order. It's now 7:24 after our little break. Before I adjourn, I'd like to say thank you to everybody, especially everybody who comes and support INCO, in person especially. It's nice that you are able to come online, but it is nice to see everybody here and representing their neighborhood. And even if you can't represent your neighborhood, you're sending somebody else in your place. So I really appreciate the work and the time and effort that our executive board, one of which is not here, Amanda Mir, who put a lot of time and effort in. We've done a lot of work, but because of the little issues that we had this year, it was probably not seen. But there was a lot of things done this year. And I really appreciated working with every single one of you. And Michael in the back, who's always come through for us, and Adam, and all the other city staff who helps us on a regular basis. And with that, I'd like to say Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and Happy Kwanzaa. And with that, I'd like to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you.
I forgot, Happy New Year, but.
From the ladies over here before you and after you, we're not very.